And that's typically what we do as well. It puts a little bit more pressure on this third that Leia and Paris are going to have to hit. Otherwise, the ball goes immediately back to the shock and they get two serves. So it's just a small edge.
Small edge, and Leia Jansen will kick us off to Kate Fahey. Right away, inside out to the corner. Kate Fahey punches one through for the side out.
Yeah, they're going to have to pick their targets on their thirds very carefully today.
Oh, Paris John misses a sitter. St. Louis starts with the opening score.
Yep, you're going to see these ladies dink very shallowly. The second one sits up, someone's pulling. That's a great spot from Paris there. You're going to try to jam. If you go to the wings of most of these women, it's going to come back even faster, but that was a great spot, jamming Kate up there, right straight in front of her.
1-0-2.
Ooh. Jansen, you warned us of the firefights. Jansen rising to the occasion.
Absolutely. I feel like Leia even put a little bait ball in there. That's when we leave a dink a little high, expecting them to pull, and you counter it right back at them. That was a great point.
Yeah, something to note, too. Ball bouncing just a little bit lower on these courts, so that will impact shot selection on both sides. Columbus ties it early at 1.
Every point matters at this stage. You'll fight for every point. One more ball back could be the difference.
1-1-1.
Let's see. More pressure from Leia Jansen. Cross court that time on Kate Fahey. The underdogs on top by 1.
2-1-1.
Jansen, what a point. How'd she set herself up?
That's really nice. You know, Leia's just really patient moving the dinks around right now. The one thing I want to point out is the shock. They keep Anna Bright on the left and they keep Kate on the right, which makes sense when you have Anna Bright. But Leia and Paris are, they play straight up sometimes. They're choosing to keep Paris on the left, but I would keep an eye on that, on what they do.
Nice patience from Kate Fahey. Second serve for the sliders. Kate has gotten a little bit of flack this year for the intensity after every point. I think it's entertaining, personally.
It gets her going.
A miss from Anna Bright. Things looking tight for the St. Louis Shock. 4-1 lead for Columbus. This is a team that early in the season had healthy leads on just about every opponent they faced, and sometimes had a hard time closing it out, so we'll keep an eye on that storyline as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anna Bright on every single counter. What'd you like the most?
Yeah, I mean, Anna's just, she doesn't ever overplay with her counters. She's pretty smart about where she's sending them back to, whereas a lot of people are just swinging for the fences. Anna actually has spots even on her counters, which makes her that much more dangerous. Oh, that's
point.
Tough bounce off the tape.
But Anna will take it.
Yeah, she will. Fist bump no matter what.
It's a good play, though. It's there. It's there. She's been working on that one-handed flick. And it's tournament ready, everyone. Oh no, there's 2 in a row.
Yeah, Jansen throws her hands in the air, and these two teams have met twice in the regular season. St. Louis swept Columbus 2-0, and their last meeting, though, in St. Louis, Leah Jansen and Paris Todd pulled off the win 11-3 on Anna Bright and Kate Fay on their own home turf. So a little confidence there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man,
they
that
got
cord
one
right
back.
back.
Wow.
Second serve.
I mean, yeah, when you've got two players like Paris and Leia who can play from both sides, who can pull from everywhere and have good hands, and they're dangerous on any day. So it's never an opponent you want to take lightly.
Nice pressure from Leia.
Right out.
St. Louis will settle for 2 points and send the ball back.
Yeah, so Paris's dinks are very penetrating. She's very aggressive with them, and with this court, the ball's bouncing lower, so you're going to see people be more patient on when they're pulling off the bounce, and you're going to see dinks get away from people.
4-3-1.
Anna kind of lost that dink, it floated up a little bit, and Leia took advantage.
Answering the door down the line. Second serve, Columbus. What a point.
It's a great point from everyone. Great hands, great gets, resetting. I think Paris pulling from that position, she's going to have to get it across Kate's body a little bit more. Kate's backhand counter is one of the best in the game.
4-3-2.
So she just has to get that across her body a little bit more.
What a third from Paris Todd. Goes low to the backhand corner of Anna Bright, trying to unwind the stack on their side.
Yep, that was well constructed from Paris, and that's a great spot. Whereas the last point, I said she missed the spot a little bit. That was perfect.
Skipper off the tape, slides out, and Columbus wins the race to 6 first with a 3-point edge. St. Louis in some trouble as we send you to a quick commercial break. More to come from New York City and the DoorDash MLP Finals. Head-to-head, 1-1. So match number 3 between these two teams. Paris Todd gets it right out of the gate at the 6-point mark. Brooke, you feel this is where the game really begins. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, we're playing 1 game to 11, so I like to think of it as if we're playing 2 out of 3.
7-3-2.
This was game 1. Now the real match begins. I think the Shock are going to...
Point. Timeout. St. Louis Shock. 8-3-2.
For St. Louis, 4 wins.
8-3-2.
To finish it out.
Yeah, it's been remarkable.
Just for Jansen. Another chance here for the St. Louis Shock.
This is where they need to try to make a little bit of a move, just get a little bit more confidence in their shots.
Point.
Great serve from Anna there, right on the back of the line. That always helps. A return miss, even if it's a great serve, helps.
4-8-1.
Paris Todd in full command at the kitchen. Second serve for St. Louis.
It's still a little bit of a better point from St. Louis. Let's see what they can do here.
Jeez, Paris Todd fending off everything. Side out, just 1 point for St. Louis.
Paris is playing with an insane amount of confidence right now. It started last week when the Dallas Flash challenged them, and she stepped up and has continued to step up.
8-4-1.
Doesn't look like she's stopping anytime soon.
Easy put away there for Anna Bright. Jansen taking accountability. Second serve for Columbus. And given their
8-4-2.
ability at the start of the season to close things out. Crucial point here for the Sliders in my mind.
Yeah.
Todd makes it so 9-4. Columbus needs 2 to take the first.
I think one of the most remarkable things about this is on these courts, the ball just doesn't bounce as high. And that's just reality, but she's still able to pull effectively, which is just really impressive.
Start out there for Leah Jansen, side out, and explain what that means. How is she able to pull off of a lower bounce?
Yeah, so Paris, it's mostly on the backhand. Her backhand technically is just so sound. It's a small swing, and she trusts the combo. She doesn't go for a winner on the first one, which is the most important thing. She hits one pull, and then she counters on the second one. She's never intending to win off the first. So she doesn't make too many errors, which is where you see a lot of errors when people go too big on the first pull.
Point.
Back misses for Leah Jansen, and here come the shock. They're never out of it. You warned us, Brooke Buckner. We'll see. 6-9-1 on the scoreline.
This is a huge point for Columbus right here.
Uh-oh, left one high. Fahey welcomes the chance, and St. Louis 2 points away from tying it.
I think St. Louis has changed their dinking spot a little bit. They're going more middle. They're trying to find Leah's left foot, and they're just being more patient because they have lost most of the hands battles so far today.
Wow, clutch point there for Leah Jansen. Second serve, though.
That was great from Leah there. She got the opportunity, and instead of backing down, she went for it, and it paid off.
I'll recall. 7-9-2.
Paris Todd leans in, knocks one home for the side out. Columbus has to win a point here. This is a must-win, it feels like, for the Sliders in this particular matchup against St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, St. Louis is so strong, top to bottom, but again, so is Columbus. This is a really, really strong team on both sides, but the women's match always sets the tone, I feel like.
Nice spot for Anna Bright. How does she identify that opening?
Yeah, so she knows that Leah's most likely going to slide a little bit, so she goes right to that right hip, and Leah couldn't quite get out of the way.
9-7-2.
But it started with that dink sitting up just a little bit.
Drive off the tape. Paris Todd was there for the quick deflection from Fahey. Unlucky bounce.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those today, but it's gone on both sides, so we can't be too upset, but that's a tough time for the net cord to pop in there. But
game point for Columbus.
It's not over.
Her point out of the way. Columbus takes game one. Will be our first server of the game here in game number 2. Pressure on the side of the shock.
Foot fault, left foot.
Ooh, foot fault out of the gate called on Hayden Patriquin. Diane is on it. not going to challenge it. Get 3 free challenges in the doubles portion of the match.
Side out.
We'll play up to 5 games in each individual match series. We'll only play that 4th and 5th game if it is required.
Yeah, this is a position that the Shock are not used to being in. Anna and Kate have been so good, so their men have been playing with the lead most matches. So this is just a different situation for them versus Andre and CJ. I think have played quite often. When Paris and Leia weren't as strong in the beginning of the year, they've played down. So
nice deflection from
this.
And Patrick Quinn.
But then again, Hayden and Gabe are not phased by too much. So
yeah.
1-1-2.
Denied by the net. Second point goes to the St. Louis Shock. And remember, too, Columbus was in a position to close it out against Dallas. Their women's doubles won in that 3rd match, best 2 out of 3, and their men won. Dropped both mixed doubles. So this really could shake out in any combination.
Absolutely. When you have as great of players on the court as you do for both teams, you really have no idea what's going to happen. It comes down to the smallest of execution at the big moments. That's it, and it could be anyone.
Second serve.
This counter for Andre Diascu's second serve. And a lower bounce, does it impact the taller players even more that have to maybe get lower?
Yeah, absolutely.
With their knees. Not always as easy with the 2 giants.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I do think this is a situation where being maybe a little bit shorter helps you. I'm personally grateful. But they'll all adjust. They're good athletes. They'll adjust. Andre's back just might hurt a little bit more.
36 and still sharp despite being double the age of the rest of the guys on the court.
He's truly phenomenal.
That one's in. Gabe lets it fly. Second serve for St. Louis. Tarnio and Diascu have partnered on the PPA Tour as well. Very familiar with each other's games. Slayed the Giants then, Ben and Colin.
That's right. Yeah, all 4 of these players are used to the limelight. They're used to the big stage, and they rise up. So that's why they're here.
Wow, what a play. Diascu utilizing that reach, and that's where the height won't hurt you. That reach into the kitchen, it's hard to get the ball down on these 2.
Absolutely, and they're going to take as many balls as they can out of the air, especially with the ball bouncing a little bit lower. So they're reaching in, and the first strike is typically the team that's going to walk away in victory.
Second serve.
Diascu lost that one in the lighting. Second serve for Columbus. And remember, 2 prior meetings in the regular season. Hayden and Gabe cleaned up 2-0, but it was Andre Diascu and Roscoe Bellamy in Columbus. CJ Klinger was out with illness for that event, so lost 11-3 in St. Louis when he was a part of it. Diascu cleans it up, sets it up.
That is a man on a mission.
Yeah.
3-2-2. Side out.
Ball was out. Side out St. Louis. Where do you think the 3rd targets should be on the side of the Shock?
Yeah, I mean, I'm typically going to the person who's coming in.
2-3-1.
It gives you a little bit more space. It's much harder to drop in front of someone who's already at the kitchen. So in that case, it'd be Andre just like that.
Daescu attacks first.
Second serve.
Forces a second serve.
Yeah, that's what you're going to see in men's doubles. Extended points like that. You know, they're taking the ball literally centimeters over the net in perfect positions, but the second one goes an inch or two high. They attack
Side out.
so hard to counter.
Daescu continues to be a problem for any team he faces. Side out Columbus.
3-2-1.
Paddle play doesn't matter. Sliders take their biggest lead of game 2.
4-2-1.
Ooh, kind of a funky attack from Andre Daescu, off speed and maybe a miss hit.
I mean, he's just on a different planet the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He is. He said, "You don't think we're good enough? I'll show you exactly how good I am."
5-2-1.
Big attack from Patrick Quinn, sends it out of the ballpark. Cardio have only lost twice.
6-2-1.
So they find themselves in a 4-point hole here against the underdogs being Columbus, the team they wanted to match up against.
Yep, this is, I mean, Columbus is like a freight train, and slowing them down looks seemingly impossible right now, honestly.
7-2-1.
It's wide.
I mean, that pickup from CJ Klinger is so difficult that not only did he make the ball over the net, but he got the ball to bounce in the kitchen.
8-2-1.
I don't think you truly understand how difficult that shot was.
Oh, what an angle from Patrick Quinn.
Second serve.
Still got a second serve to side out, though, for the Shock. Columbus, meanwhile, 3 points away from going up 2-0 on St. Louis.
Yep, this is not over. As I said with the women, Hayden and Gabe are not
8-2-2.
two guys to back down, but Columbus is looking very good right now.
Oh my, almost got a hold of it some way, somehow. Side out for the Shock. If you could coach these two, what would you tell them at this point in the game?
Yeah, I'd probably say that
2-8-1.
they've been driving. I would look to drop, and I don't think they've really attacked CJ at all. Not that he's someone to attack, but it seems like every time that the Columbus Sliders attack, they've been winning the point. So I would probably take some chances like that and try to see if you can dictate a little bit more, opposed to always reacting to what Columbus is doing.
Tough to get a drop on the kitchen
3-8-1.
floor against these guys, too. You imagine the challenge for Patrick Quinn and Tardio.
That's true.
That's one perfect setup, as you mentioned, from Patrick Quinn.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they've been pretty reactionary in this game so far, and Gabe and Hayden are aggressive guys. I just think they just haven't taken chances like they normally do, and hopefully those 2 points will give them a little bit of spark, a little energy that they need, because they are not quite as energetic as their females, but like I said, they're never going to give up. You see Hayden was just bouncing. They're going to make the Sliders earn this if they're going to beat them. Wow.
Second serve.
CJ Klinger. He held that backhand so long.
4-8-2.
If you can make Hayden guess, you're in good shape.
Oh my, slippery stuff from Hayden Patrick Quinn, forging a comeback here. They were down 8-2. And there's going to be a challenge of the in-ruling, I think. Yep, here's a look.
After review, the rally stance ball was in St. Louis.
Inside.
Correct. And Columbus
Baseline,
has
always
three
good to be
video
sure.
challenges, 2 free video challenges remaining.
Another point
St.
for the
Louis
Shock.
has 3 free video challenges remaining. Resume play.
It's not a bad
St. Louis serving at 5-8.
Given it did also serve as a timeout. because the Shock are playing with a little bit more confidence than they were 5 minutes ago.
Great attack from Gabe Tardio, setting the tone, as you mentioned, the last couple of points.
Yep, it's a good drop. CJ just let that get away from him. For those at home,
6-8-2.
when you're playing in your rec games, think about the fourth shot bouncing. That stops your opponent from being able to attack.
Big swing from CJ Klinger, buries it, but a nice run there for the Shock.
Absolutely, they're very much back in this thing. Let's see if the Sliders can get a point.
8-6-1.
1 point would be huge.
Feathery third from CJ Klinger. 9-6-1. Columbus knocking on the door, looking to go up games 3 out of a possible 5 games in each match. Steep return. Then gets the following ball down. Well played by Hayden Patriquin. That's clutch. Second serve for the Sliders.
9-6-2.
Oh my, hands of steel. CJ Klinger is on it.
Yeah, he's a brick wall up there. Not only did he counter that, but he got it in a spot that Hayden could not
10-6-2.
use his combo and stuck in match point, game point.
Oh, chance to close it out there. Klinger misses. St. Louis hangs on in a 4-point deficit. Same strategy, get the ball on the ground and get to the kitchen.
6-10-1.
The hands battle.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Oh. Wow, Tardio said a prayer midway through one of those counters, gets one back.
That was really nice. I mean, even the ball that Hayden got, the backhand flick, the hip and neck core, that's unlucky. That's the right play. Gabe just
7-10-1.
bailed him out a little bit there. That was a very good point.
Point.
Timeout taken immediately on the miss from Andre Diescu. Okay, so the tables have slightly turned.
Time in.
Gabe Tardio loading back up at 8-10-1. Unlucky off the tape. Second serve, St. Louis.
8-10-2.
Oh my. Back to neutral. Patience ends the point after creating some separation. St. Louis got back to the line, and instead Columbus takes the side out for game point number 2.
They got to dig deep here, the Shock. That was a great defensive point. They gave themselves a chance, got back to the kitchen. Now they got to fight.
This return, are we going to challenge? Yeah, St. Louis is going to challenge this one.
Referee timeout, we have a challenge to the out
Game
call.
point number 2.
They deserve to win when you're the ones going for your shots.
Result of the rally stands, 11-8-1 Columbus.
And just like that, it is over. Game 2, Columbus takes it. And both teams will be out again for match number 2 later on this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, Paris and Andre are playing with such confidence right now. So the start of this match is very important for St. Louis.
1-0-2. Right out.
St. Louis to work first here in their first service possession.
Second serve.
Gabe's going to have to get big. I think he was just a little bit off. Him and Hayden and men's were just a little bit off, but this is a new match. He's going to have to get big, be active, make pairs feel uncomfortable when he can.
Tardio, there's a way to make him uncomfortable. Hops the corner, throws it down to tie it at 1.
Yeah, that was a great point. He saw the pair, stepped back off the line a little bit, read the dink perfectly, perfect earn.
Wow, and tied, it goes toe-to-toe against Tardio in the follow-up shot for the side out.
One of the best parts about pickleball is a female can go against a male and hit
Yeah.
just as hard or harder, just like Paris did there.
Today's game for sure. As third into the net, second serve for Todd and Diescu, looking to defeat the Giants here in match 1. It's a long playoff series to go. That's why it's best 2 out of 3.
Wants that one back.
Yeah.
I don't know about that play from Paris. She got away with it there, but that's probably not going to be the strategy that she wants to continue.
One of the strengths on the side of the sliders lost the same thing.
Yeah,
the other
I mean,
side too, but what's
Paris's thirds are really, really good. They're aggressive, whether she's rolling or driving, and then you have Andre crashing. So if I'm the St. Louis, I'm returning to Andre to keep him less involved. And otherwise, have great hands.
Right out.
And then, yeah, with Diescu, he's so hard to get the ball away from.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a giant.
Right.
1-2-1.
And he's engaged. He's not just on his side. He's going to come over.
And to your point there, Diescu keeps it out of reach. Second serve here for the Shock.
1-2-2.
Nice spot for Fahey. Right to the foot of Diescu to tie it at 2.
Yeah, that was nice from Kate. When she sped that forehand up, she didn't hit it that hard. Actually, she off-paced a little bit and caught Andre off guard there. But that was a well-executed point from her. That's what they're going to look to continue to do.
This return could be costly. St. Louis with an early surge. The race to 6 continues.
3-2-2.
Nice ball for Diescu, takes advantage. St. Louis could never recover and bring it back to neutral. Side out Columbus.
It was a good run from St. Louis, though. Hopefully they gained a little confidence if they want to extend this match, because this is a must-win situation for them.
2-3-1.
Wow. Oh my. Oh, a little bit of everything that points. The defense undeniable for the St. Louis Shock, and the crowd is pleased here in Central Park.
You had ATP defense, you had Ernie defense.
Unbelievable points on both sides.
Those are the points that can turn a match. So let's see if they can get another point here, side out, and then get things moving.
Diescu taking a towel timeout, slow things down a bit. Game Antonio catches Andre Diescu off guard, side out, and back to work for St. Louis. Brooke Buckner in the booth here with you. Will be playing for a challenger final and title tomorrow afternoon. Can't wait for that. 2 p.m. against the Nashville Chefs. Great insight. And great player on the court as well.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited for sure. It's awesome to be in New York City. Seeing all the people excited about pickleball here.
All right. Little rally here quickly for Columbus. Empty trip for St. Louis.
2-3-1.
Both teams seem to be settling in a little bit still. That's what Gabe wants. He wants that one back, and that's what they're going to try to get over and over again.
3-3-1. Second serve.
And Kate Fahey roars her way back into the point. Second serve for the Columbus Sliders.
3-3-2.
Kate Fahey, great tennis product out of the University of Michigan, as was Brooke Buckner. Crash from Paris Todd. Oh, takes the offense into her own hands, throws one into the net. Great. The side out.
Great point. I like that from Paris. As you can see, I said to return to Andre to keep Andre back from poaching, but Paris is an incredible crasher herself, so they have to look out from that on both sides.
Patient point again for the Sliders, and as we reflect on the regular season battles between these two teams back in Columbus, Paris and Andre lost to Fahey and Tardio 11-2, and then lost to Anna and Hayden in St. Louis more recently. Tighter game though.
Right out.
Paris kept that dink low. Gabe had that, but she made it a much more difficult Ernie than the previous one for sure. But Gabe's on the lookout for that. Paris does like to go line a lot off the dink, especially when she steps off the line. So he'll continue to look for it. I don't mind it. It's the aggressive play. It's what makes him so good. He's so fast and so aggressive.
3-3-1.
So I don't mind that move at all.
Second serve.
For Tardio, second serve for the Sliders.
3-3-2.
TP defended. Diescu with the follow-up attack.
That was a really nice point all around. And I think one thing with Paris and Andre, which is very interesting to watch, is Andre won't come in front of Paris and take thirds that often. He trusts her thirds. They're some of the best in the world. So she's hitting a backhand there where most men are taking that ball.
Oh, a funky point. Miss hits both sides. Columbus jumps ahead 5-3-2. 1 point away from the end change lead, which has been present in each game prior to this one.
5-3-2.
Columbus could wrap this up in 3, and wouldn't that be the storyline of the playoffs?
That's crazy. Oh.
Felt good, wanted it. Side out instead. St. Louis with some work to do.
Yeah, it just seems so far in all 3 matches, this mixed included so far, they're just a little bit off. St. Louis is just, I don't know if they're a little bit more tight or a little bit more nerves, but they're just a little off.
Point.
That was a well-constructed point from St. Louis. They want to move the dink around. They want to keep the ball low. Keep Paris from being uber aggressive as she has been all day.
Follow-up counter through the middle goes Andre Diescu, second serve for the shot. Any advice you'd give to Kate at this point?
She's made an adjustment, I think, on her dink spot. She isn't going as wide. She's given Paris a couple ATPs. I would almost even go to her left foot. And if Andre hits the dink. Yeah, I would keep moving the dink around. If I would go almost in between her feet, because Paris is good out wide. If you give her an ATP, she's always going to take it. And if Andre comes over and hits a dink, it's not the end of the world as long as it's low.
Right.
You know, he can't hurt you from there so much. So I would try to go to her in between her feet or her left foot to try to make her hit some awkward backhand dinks, get Gabe involved a little bit more.
Return to follow it up, Columbus. It goes to a dream breaker, but game 3 continues on the paddle of Andre Diescu on a roll.
6-4-1.
It's good. Ooh, ATP attempt gets robbed into the net. Second serve for Columbus. And Gabe looked to have a little bit more of a spark offensively in that rally.
Yeah, but even that point, I mean, Columbus is just getting everything back. They're just making them hit one more ball. They're not going to go down without doing everything they can to win every point.
And Fahey. Another unforced miss. Columbus taking full control. 4 points away from taking match 1 of the semifinal. That's best 2 out of 3. Match number 2 will be this afternoon.
Time. Replay it.
We have
Please, turn off the mic. Turn off the mic. We will replay the play.
We have a replay. There is a hot mic somewhere on the grounds. Of course.
I'm not sure, but we go again. We go again. Here we go.
Tell you what, they better hope Leah Jansen doesn't get a hold of him. She was ready to drop the gloves. Find who it was. All right, we continue. Replay, 7-4-2. Oh my, masterful work from Andre Diescu, the most feathery of feathery thirds. And he placed in the corner pocket on Tardio, then closes to the net. And to your point, not missing, and they can't keep it away from that 7-foot wingspan that Diescu and Todd are coming up with.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Andre. We've talked about how big he is. It's hard to get the ball away. And then you have Paris's backhand counter. So if you pull at her, she's countering the ball back harder than you've probably hit it at her. It's a very challenging team to play when they're playing well and with confidence as they are.
Time in. 8-4-2.
Wow. Wicked attack from Diescu on the close, and look out, Columbus looking to pull off a massive upset.
Yeah, that's the point that Columbus wants right there.
My goodness, Columbus is dialed. Todd stays true to the cross-court sequence with Fahey. Diescu jumps in to close it. Match point for the Sliders.
It's truly, truly remarkable. As I said, man on a mission, and he is not slowing down.
No, he's not. He was the hero against Dallas and looking to be calling question. And again, I don't think either player was even close, a foot off the line. What do you think about that court positioning with Todd and Diascu playing a foot off the line, just giving themselves a little bit more time?
Yeah, I mean, Andre, I think he moves, and once he makes contact with the ball, he's pretty close to the line, but he has so much reach, he doesn't need to be a centimeter off the line. He gives himself space, and Paris, like most females, is a little off the line.
Ernie, how about that from Kate Tarnio in the biggest moment of the match. Do they have enough in the tank, though? Down 6. Take another look at the Ernie. He is so silky smooth.
Yeah,
with that touch.
That was so nice. That was so nice. Well, they stayed alive. Just stay alive as long as you can.
Oh, my. Unbelievable angle. One down. 5 points to go. Take another look at the highlight reel of Gabe Tardia, the last 2 points. Ernie to angle winner. It's third. Same guy. Yep, that often happens.
That's okay. Hopefully that gave him a little spunk he needed. They're still in this. That was a very good pickup from Paris, because that was a good third, and for her to take pace off of that ball and get that ball to bounce in front of Kate so she couldn't attack it was a very good shot from Paris there.
Match point returns to Columbus. Okay, St. Louis still alive, but barely breathing. Match point number 4 for the Sliders. Ooh, fault is called on Diascu on the Ernie attempt at match point number 4. Ball back to the Shock.
That was almost too high. He couldn't quite believe it, but in that last point, I feel like I saw Gabe's engagement get a little bit more. He had a little bit more on his dinks, so let's see if he's playing with a little more confidence now.
Just back. I mean, these are balls he is normally not missing.
Yep. Those are the ones we've been talking about. They're just a little off, just a little bit. And with pickleball and any sport at the highest level,
After review, the result of the rally stands. View is blocked. St. Louis will not be charged with a free challenge. St. Louis still has 1 free challenge remaining. Columbus has 2 free challenges remaining. We'll resume play at 5:10-2.
All right, we'll continue on at 5:10-2. What do you think St. Louis chatted about at that break?
I mean, I really feel like it's just dig in, stay out there as long as you can, make them earn it. I think Kate's moving the dink around. Like I said, I think she is actually dinking behind Andre a little bit more. And I would love, if she sees one that's a little bit higher, I'd love for her to be aggressive and just go for it.
Love to see that fierce competitor energy of Fahey come out here in the biggest moment. And a miss third for St. Louis. Can't find that winning touch. Match point number 5 for the Columbus Sliders. We're dialed in and not shying away from the moment, nor being called the underdog in this matchup.
Absolutely not. They have risen and some.
Diascu reaches in to close it out. Columbus sweeps the dynamo of the playoffs off the court. We welcome Leah Jansen and Andre Diascu to the broadcast now. Leah Jansen, in what ways did that women's doubles win set the tone for the rest of this match series here in match 1 for your team?
I mean, Paris and I talked on Sunday that we felt like we definitely didn't play well in our Dallas series together. We did a little bit better in our last match, so we really wanted to come out and bring the energy and set the tone because we got through the first series really without a women's doubles team. So it was really good to set the tone in this series.
And speaking of that tone, Andre Diascu, you and CJ Klinger carried that through in men's doubles as well, beating a team that has only lost twice in the regular season. You were called the hero in Dallas, but you also know that it's a full team effort to take out the best. What is working so well about your game and your teammates' game right now?
It was definitely a team effort. You know, the girls winning the ladies match was definitely huge for us, gave us a big momentum. We got up to a great start, got up to 8-2. Obviously, Gabe and Hayden are a super strong team, and the results show it. And they fought back, but CJ and I were able to close it. And then, yeah, Paris played amazing in mixed doubles, and I was able to help her out and close the match for the team. So super excited to get the first win of the series with my team, and I look forward to this afternoon, yeah.
And Leah, this team is embracing the underdog role of they chose us in the playoff series. How is that continuing to fuel the chip on the shoulder of the Columbus Sliders looking to make it to the final?
I mean, I really feel like it's kind of bonded us all as a team. I think our chemistry right now is the highest, just kind of feeling like us against the world kind of mentality. So we're just riding the high from last weekend. We kind of had the benefit of winning a really tough series, so we feel like we're really battle-tested right now.
Love it. Give it up for the Columbus Sliders up a match on the 1 seed, the St. Louis Shock.
Big thank you to the Columbus Sliders fans for supporting us out there. Thank you, guys.
We're at home everywhere we play, so thank you guys.
Next match is coming up at 1:30 p.m.